How we doing, everybody?
Hola.
Welcome to a no webcam web show of Getting Jiggly with It. I'm Will.
I'm Madry.
That's delayed. We're looking at that. We're looking at the laptop, and the laptop's delayed, so we're like taking a second to see it actually happen before we do it. But it's real time. It's just delayed there. Either way, we are previewing another game for Gamefound. It's currently up. It's only got 2 days left, so the publisher told us to still go ahead and make this video, try to get you guys aware of this game. And what is that game?
It is Classic Rally.
That's it, Classic Rally. So Classic Rally is unlike a regular racing game, which is a racing game, you're trying to race to complete your 3 checkpoints and then get to the finish. It's more of a strategy style where you are trying to optimize your resources to get to the end. All right? So in Classic Rally, we each have our own cars. I am yellow, Audrey is red. And then we also have these assistant cars. In our cars, we have so much room that we can fit things. So for right now, for example, you normally would draft all this. We did this before we came on. Classic Rally board game in the chat. How are you doing, guys? You normally are going to draft this and pick before the game. We went ahead and pre-did that before we started the stream. But you can have up to 6 items and 2 features in your rally car. You can have up to 8 items in your assistance car. So on your turn, we're going to roll these dice. These dice are going to determine a couple outcomes for our turn. The first thing are the numbered dice. If you get a 1 on the dice, every 1 you'll have to disable one of your features. Your features are going to allow you to basically move extra spaces based on certain conditions. Audrey, she can move extra in straightaways and in turns. I can move extra when I'm passing. And I think light cape all the time. Light weight is all the time. So I always get a +1 movement. But if I roll 1s, I have to disable them. Now there's a second scenario, which is a 7, which is why I have the dice at 7. And that's me. I would have to disable my lightweight car or feature if I roll a 7. The second dice is the weather dice. The weather dice is basically either going to say it is foggy, rainy, good old day, or foggy and rainy. In these conditions, same thing. You will have to disable a feature if you do not have the respective accessory. So of course for rain, you're going to need rain tires, and for fog, you're going to need fog lights. Pretty simple. Right? Then we're going to move. So you can move as many spaces as fuel that you want to spend. So of course, we're both starting with 3 fuel, and then our assistant car has more fuel. To get additional fuel, we can move our assistant car to where we are. It moves 1 space towards us, or really wherever we want to send it. And then we can trade to get more fuel as we need it. The other way is you can come over to the service station. Service station also allows you to gain fuel as well as the rest of your accessories. So it's kind of that balance of how much accessories do you want versus how much fuel do you want. All right. Limitations, our cars can't be on the same space unless somebody is out of fuel or we are driving in the other direction. There's no limitation on any spot that has an icon. So the fuel, the hazard, the checkpoint, start, finish, so forth. Another movement is the hazard. So these hazards, we'll basically draw a hazard card. That's where things like the toolbox and the spare tire are going to come in. So that way we can repair ourselves if the hazard causes us damage. We also have my special Joker card is mechanic, which also allows me to repair. And then Audrey's special Joker card allows her to transfer without them being on the same spot, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So her assistant car and her car don't have to be on the same spot. This is one-time use. Once we use it, it's gone. It's supposed to be secret, but we always play open-handed because also we're going to play for you guys. And then the last thing are the intersections. So when we hit an intersection, we do have these group of roadbook cards. These cards are basically going to define which direction we're going to go through that intersection, to the right, to the left, or straight ahead. Each is one-time use. If you do not have a card that allows you to go through the intersection, you basically have to stop at the intersection. This is the beginner map, so that's not a scenario that can happen. But when you're custom building the map, which is when you're drafting the tiles and everybody's laying out the tiles themselves, it is possible that, a intersection could end in a dead end, which means that if all I had left was my straight, I wouldn't be able to go. All right. And then the last thing is passing. So if we are able to pass, then we get to basically go ahead of the other player. So if Adru is here, then I can pass, and then I still do need to pay the fuel to pass. Now for me, I also get a +1 to my movement because I have that close ratio gear shift. But that's it. We basically need to grab our 3 checkpoints. They can be done in any order, so you don't have to go 1, 2, 3. You can do 3, 2, 1, 1, 5, 7. Well, those numbers don't exist. But either way, grab all 3, get to the finish line. Whoever gets there first is the
Winner.
Wiener chicken dinner. All right, so we do need to determine who is the first player, and the first player is the first player for the whole game. And how do we do that?
Without 20-sided extra life die, because we support children from Children's Miracle Network
Yes.
with donations, and you
Yep.
can also help the niños using the link
Down below, over to the left, up in the eyeball, all these different places. Battle los niños. All right, so Adri's going to try not to cause an earthquake on the racetrack here.
I'm gonna try.
She's going to try. And that is a 10. So that means Adri is the first player for the entire game. All that means is, similar to other games, there's a equal number of turns. So basically, if Adri makes it to the finish line before me, then I get 1 more turn. If not, if I get there first, then, well, she doesn't get another turn.
We should have a tray today.
We should have our dice tray. I honestly don't know where it is.
It's a good day, and I got 10.
It is a good day. She has 10, so nothing happens. So you get to choose how many spaces you want to move. You are going to go through that hazard. You do have to stop on a hazard. Where's the robot? I gave it to you. Oh, there it is. Let me double check if a hazard makes you stop, or you just need to stop, do the hazard, and then continue with your turn. I have to double check that. Always the hazard. Whenever you're a hazard, there is no other car. You must immediately end your movement on that tile. Yep. So we're both going to end our movement.
So I can move just
Well,
one?
you are, because I don't have to end my movement.
So I spend 1 fuel?
Yep, 1 fuel to go there, and you just put it in your fuel pile. All right, and then you need to draw a hazard card and immediately do the thing.
It says pothole.
Pothole. Uh-oh.
Your car hit a pothole that caused a suspension problem. Oh no. If your car has sport suspension, that feature becomes unavailable. Otherwise, that car can't move until repair by using the toolbox card.
So you do have sport suspension.
So I have sport suspension.
So it just says that becomes
unavailable.
Yep.
So what?
Yep. That's it. So it becomes unavailable. I don't know how you make it available again. I guess the beginning of your turn. When the card effect ends, problem overcome, return the card to the bottom of the deck. If your car has sport suspension, that feature becomes unavailable. Otherwise, that car
I need a
can't move.
toolbox too?
Well,
No, that's
that you can't move until you get a toolbox. So you don't have a toolbox, but you have the sport suspension. So you're fine there. But you still get +1 movement from your repair kit. So now the question is, did the hazard stop the +1 movement? I'm guessing so, because it says when you go to the hazard, immediately stop. It doesn't say then continue your turn. Yeah. It doesn't say continue your turn. It just says you must immediately end your movement.
So
Yeah. So your +1 doesn't take effect. So yeah, your +1 movement doesn't take effect because you immediately had to do it. You make it available if you have the toolbox card on your rally car or by using the mechanic joker card. So you have to. So each time we lose a feature, the only way to get the feature back is by repairing, I guess. So like when this makes us get rid of a feature. So yeah, so I guess you can just flip that over to show that you don't have it. Okay. All right, so you're there. I can either choose to stop on there, which there really isn't a reason to, or I can just go past you. So fog, I do not have fog lights. So I have to disable a feature, and I got an 8, so that's fine. I don't want to discard close ratio because I'm about to pass you, so I guess I will disable my lightweight. And then so I get to go an extra space, which is 2 fuel. So I went 2 spaces. And then I have to choose an action, so I'm going to turn left. So I use my left. Oh, only in the hazards. Okay, so this just disables it for the turn. Okay, only the hazards. Get rid of them. Okay, so then I get to go here, which is my. Oh, did you want to move that car towards you or anything? Which cost me another fuel, so that's all my fuel.
Okay, so it's 1 fuel, see? To move
No. There's no fuel to move in. They just move for free.
Oh.
And then since I'm in the same spot as my my assistant car, I will go ahead and get myself some more fuel. Fill up fuel. I don't know why I left that one spot empty. When we were doing the setup, I don't know why. It's like because it said for trading you had to have a spot, but technically by the time you would trade with your assistant car, you would have had spots. Okay. So back to you. Tu turno. Oh, technically here, I would have turned it. Oh, would I've had to turn again because that was a turn. And then yeah, my light will automatically activate on this one. So actually, I would have turned here, and then I would have had to choose because that's another intersection. So I would have had to do another one. So technically, I would have had to go here. And then I would have made that move to me anyways. That was a lot of movement in one turn because of the intersections. I mean, you'll have the same thing because you'll be able to go to the intersection, go to the intersection. Okay. Oh, no. I was out of fuel. I couldn't do that. Never mind. I was out of fuel. I was out of fuel. I did not have fuel.
It's sunny and I good on 8.
Sunny and an 8. So Audrey has sunny days and it is 8 o'clock.
So I move 1. See?
Well, no, now you're in the intersection. So you can spin, 1 to go there. And then you have to use your book card to choose which direction you want to go in the intersection. Do you want to go straight or do you want to go?
I want to do that. That's the.
Okay.
Oh, no, I could do.
Then you want to turn left, right? Turn left?
Left, yes.
Okay. Turn left. You go there, so that's another fuel.
Oh, but we are in the.
Oh, yeah, you can't be in that same spot as me.
So I need to go straight. Okay, this 1%.
Yeah, you can get that one. All right, so switch your card to the one that was a straight card then.
And straight. Okay, I'm there. How often can I move my assistant's car?
Oh, we can be in the same thing in the we can be in the same spot in the intersection. If in an intersection, use the rulebook card to follow stop and in the car. Tiles with signal. It must be separate, not on the player aid. The intersection can have several cards. Okay, so it's in the rulebook. It's just not on the player aid. Okay, so yeah, you can choose to go up there. So that's you can go back if you want to go up left or straight. You're gonna continue with straight.
I think to do different.
Okay, so Abdi's gonna go straight, which is gonna cost you a fuel.
Okay. So I was here. I moved here with 1.
And then you went through the intersection with 2.
And then can you get one from here because it's
now you're together, so now you can trade and refuel your fuel as much as you want. I filled myself up.
Sounds like a good idea.
I just filled up. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. 6, 7, 8. So I'm good there. But it is foggy and rainy, so I lose that and that. So I lose both. So I get no extra movement. Oh no, I have rain tires, so I don't lose one of them. And I don't need the overtake, so I guess I will keep the lightweight then. Yeah. So I'm going to go. One. Oh, there's my checkpoint. I still have the checkpoint on my board, so I got my checkpoint, and then I get to go my extra 2 because I'm lightweight. So that is 1 fuel. The extra doesn't count towards your lightweight.
Okay.
Do I need my car to follow me? No, it doesn't need to follow me.
It's raining.
It's raining 6, so 6 doesn't hurt you. Raining, you do not have rain tires, so you'll have to disable your engine.
This?
Mm-hmm. Just turn it sideways. Yeah. All right. So that means you just get to go 1 space. You can't go 2. And that's 1 fuel. Oh, to get to the checkpoint, I have to actually stop. Okay, so I can't do my bonus space. Gotcha. Okay, so I'm still aware of that. Okay. Where's... Oh, there. All right. So I have a 5, but the 1... Oh, forgot to do this. And then I got a 1, so I have to deactivate it. And then I got rainy and foggy, so I'm having to deactivate this anyways because I got my tires. So I will just continue going. So 1 fuel. 6, 7, 8. So you're good there, but it is rainy and foggy. So you just didn't re-enable that for the turn.
And this one?
Oh, you have fog lights, so that just stops you from having to disable both. You still have to disable 1 for the rain because you don't have rain tires. So your rain tires are right here.
Okay, wait. So what do I disable?
No. Beginning of your turn, you would have enabled that. Now you have fog lights, so that protects you, but then you still have to do the rain, so you have to disable 1. You would normally have 2, but you haven't repaired yet.
Like that?
See. All right, and you can go to the...
Fuel.
For 1 fuel. Nope. From your car. See.
But I'm putting gas in my car.
Okay. Well, no. Now you can... Okay, so now you do that. Now you can put gas in your car. And your assistant, and you can get your toolbox, and you can get your rain tire. You can get all your stuff if you want. You can get all your stuff if you want.
Put fuel in my assistant?
Yeah, you fill up your assistant too. It's refill with whatever things you want. Fog lights, rain tires, toolbox.
I want rain tires.
Okay. I'll put that up there.
Okay.
How much as you want?
Todo.
You can put the toolbox in there. Yep. At the beginning of the game, you can only start with 2 accessories. So later in the game, you can get the rest of it. All right. And then you can untap your thing there. All right. So I guess I'm going straight again. Not only the car that is in the... Oh, so you actually have to move the... Okay, the rules said and, so I thought you could do both. Okay, so you can only redo whatever's in the service station. So to make this get refilled, you're gonna have to move it. So you're gonna have to move that next turn. What did you have in here? Spare tire. What was left in here? I think 1 fuel.
I think.
Yeah, I think it was 1 fuel. Yep. Okay, so you have to get him here to make him refuel.
Oh.
I figured that would make more sense thematically, but the rules said and. Okay. So I got a 6 and a sunny day. All right. So I'm going. Well, my stuff gets. All right. So I get an automatic +1, but that's gonna make me stop anyways because of the danger. So we'll go there, and that cost me a fuel and danger. Danger, Will Robinson. Pothole. Your car hit a pothole, caused a suspension problem. I do not have the sports suspension, and I do not have the toolbox. So basically, I cannot move until I get a toolbox, which means I'm going to need this guy to go get me a toolbox. All right, so he's going to go there and get me a toolbox. And while you're there, go ahead and get me some fuel. So that makes sense. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. If I can't move until I repair, how do I repair?
Yeah.
It's because he gets the toolbox and brings it to me. So I'm kind of stuck there. Toolbox is important. Sunny day and 8.
Oh,
You're good. All right.
Oh, but there is a hazard.
There's a hazard. So you have to stop there. 1 fuel. All right. Get your new hazard card.
Hazard.
Oh, hang on. I forgot I have my mechanic. But I just got the toolbox. Is it worth it? No, I'll hang on to my mechanic.
Flat tire.
I'll hang on to my mechanic.
Your car has a puncture.
Yeah.
You can't move the car until changing the wheel by using the spare tire card.
Okay, so you just discard your spare tire card.
Discard? Like,
No, here. That's a consumable, so it means you're just going to use it and you have to buy it later. Oh, yeah.
at the bottom.
At the bottom. Are you going to move him to get him filled up?
And I have to stop there, right?
Yeah, no, you can, yes, you had to stop there. Mm-hmm.
So wait.
Yeah, you can get another. Well, you already have a spare tire here, but
This is.
it's up to you if you want to get another one. All right, so I have a 6 and fog. I don't have fog lights, so I'm not doing it. Well, I can't move anyways. So technically for me, it doesn't matter because I can't move. So I'm going to move. Let's see. Yeah, maybe the Joker would have been a better idea because now I'm waiting for that to come to me. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and use my Joker to repair for the pothole because otherwise I'm just sitting there doing nothing. But I do still need to disable something. It doesn't matter. The +1 doesn't matter because I need to stop there.
You're gonna win.
Well, I still got to come down here. Oh, you haven't gotten any.
No.
No. Well, because your +1 has been turned off most of the game. This was a +1 for curves.
So how do I revive it?
Toolbox that you didn't pick up. So technically, what you should have done.
Look, siete and
Oh,
lluvia.
un momento. You should have done this. You can move him first, and then give him this. So you can do it in any order. So you do that. Now you can use that to repair that.
Oh. 7 and rain.
7 doesn't matter to you because you don't have lightweight.
Okay.
Rain just means you need to disable one. Since you're going around a turn, you'd want to disable your power kit because this will still give you your +1. Although technically you don't need your +1 because you're you're going to go there.
Okay, no, because it's a hazard, so then I have to stop there.
No, you're that was your last turn. So now this is your new turn. So you move 1, spend your fuel. Spend your fuel. Spending fuel for you is like spending money.
And I get my.
But you don't discard the tool. Oh, it's an accessory. Oh, it's always there. So you can always do the repairs. But it takes up your fuel space. So that's that decision, right? Do you want it to take up your fuel space or do you want to not? Okay. Yeah, so you had to stop. So I have to come down here where you are. But see, my problem is, do I even have the turn I need? Oh, I don't. I have a right turn. That's not good. I don't need a right turn. I need a left turn. I already used my left turn. You were saying it's going to be easy for me because all I need to do is get that one, but I only have a right turn. I only have a right turn. I can U-turn there. I can turn around. I don't know if turning around is any better. And basically it means in the intersection you just don't get the extra. Is there anywhere right? No, that's left, straight, No, I'd have to go there, then go right, and then come back. Yeah, that's all I can do. I have to U-turn, go all the way down, go all the way to the start, and then come back, I guess. Because all I've got is a right. All right, so I guess I'm turning around, which means I'm going to hit that hazard again. Oh, U-turn on the service station. No, turn around on the... Oh, no, he's right. Okay, yeah. So if I go here...
What?
If I go here, if I go one here instead, I have to go right. So I'll go to the service station. Then I can turn around on the service station and go straight.
Let's see.
See? Instead of going all the way around. Yeah. You can choose any direction after assistance. Okay. So, yeah, so I'll do that instead. All right, so I rolled, right? So I got 10 and rainy. I'm not passing you, so I'll get rid of me close ratio. I get +1 no matter what. Okay, so I'm going to go here, which is 1 fuel. Oh, that's all the fuel I have. But I can... trade because we're in the same spot. But I need to use my... Oh no, we're not going to be in the same spot yet. I can't do the... I don't have enough fuel to go the extra space. Because I've got a right turn, which would take me here, but I don't have the fuel to spin to go there.
You need
To assist, you have to stop. Yeah, so I have to stop here. So I have to stop. Okay. Now get that. That. And that. And that. See. Okay.
Okay. Sunny and 9.
Sunny and 9.
So I will be in an intersection.
So you have to use a card. So you have your turn left.
Turn left.
So it's 1 to go there.
Oh,
Turn
but you're
left.
there.
Intersections can have multiple
Sí,
cards.
sí, sí.
It's 1 fuel to go in the intersection. Otro.
¿Otro?
Mm-hmm.
Ush.
And then I guess you want your car to follow you.
Yeah, necesito mi carro.
Because you don't have any more
gasolina.
gasolina.
No más
No más
gasolina.
gasolina. So now I guess I still have to use my road book because I'm in that space. Or now does it not matter because I didn't leave that space? 4 and Sunny. Yeah, so I guess now I have to use my road book to go right.
And we never get this back.
No.
See, but then how am I gonna turn?
Once you're out, then you can choose your own direction. So after you're out of the road book, you just choose which direction you want to go. So I'm at the gas station, so I can make a U-turn. I can make him come here. And I can fill up with más gasolina. Gasolina, 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 gasolina. Mucho gasolina. Para ti.
Para mí. Oh, yes, foggy. And 7. Oh, 7 does not affect me.
All right, so Foggy, you need to disable one of your things.
This.
So yeah, it doesn't matter because and then you can only go right.
Okay.
Yep. So that you go 1.
Oh, not.
Oh, you didn't have any fuel.
Tango.
Oh, so you can't even do that yet.
So my car moves 1 there.
Yeah. You do not because you
So
have.
in my next turn, my car has to see.
Well, no, you have him go first. Give you the fuel, then you can go.
Okay.
Yeah.
See.
So you can have him go first. 5 and Sunny. Okay. And we're going opposite directions. So, and yeah, so I get a +1 no matter what. So I get to go here, on top of your car. And the only option I have is straight. So I will go straight, which means I got to go all the way here to make a U-turn and come back anyways. And that's a fuel to go straight. Oh, don't have to disable because of fog lights. Oh yeah, you had fog lights, so you didn't need to disable that last time. It didn't matter. You couldn't move or do anything with it anyway, so.
Okay, so
move your little assistant guy first.
give
and then,
me
yeah,
¿cuánto? Uno?
all the fuel. You can have all of the fuel. All right, and then you discarded your card already,
Yeah.
so all right, and then 1 fuel to go there,
And I get that.
and then you get that. Where'd you put your other one? Oh, I put mine up here on the top. Mine is a key. That's a key. All right, so you got it. So you got to go, and you don't have anything. You're basically gonna be able to keep going because you don't have any cards. All right. So Sunny and 6. So I automatically get a +1. So I go 1, 2, which means I have to stop there. Oops. I forgot to move my guy in the last 2 turns. Dang it. In the last turn. So I should have moved him last turn. He should actually be there, but okay. So I'm going to go there and U-turn. I need to do my hazard. Power failure. Your car has a carburetor problem. If your car has power kit, that feature becomes unavailable. I do not have power kit. Otherwise, that car can't move until repaired using a toolbox card, which I have a toolbox card. So. Yeah. I didn't see power kit. Oh, you have power kit. Okay. I was like, where is that? Rainy, but you have your rain tires, so you're good. And then you really can only move any one spot anyways because it's going to be a hazard. And then I guess you probably want to send him there, right? So you can refuel.
I see.
Oh, I see.
Brakes failure. Oh my god. Your car brakes failed.
You can't move, refuel, move again.
Excuse me?
Did I move, refuel, move again? No, because you didn't move. He moved to you. You refueled and then you moved. So, I think he's talking about where your assistant came over and gave you fuel, but you hadn't moved yet.
No, I was still there.
Yeah, you were still there from the previous turn because you didn't have any fuel.
Mm-hmm. Your car brakes failed. You can't move the car until repair by using the toolbox card. So
you have the toolbox card, so you're fine. It's an accessory. It's just always there.
Okay, so
yeah, because you may move the toolbox card off and then have to bring it back, I guess, to repair. So that just stops you there.
So I can move.
Yeah, he says red in the previous round. I think. She moved her assistant to give her fuel, So after the assistant gives fuel, you can't move. So I thought it said that you can. Assistance may happen at any moment during the turn before or after moving one or both of your cars. Yeah, it says if your assistant car has not been moved prior to assistance, you can move it after. You can change your orientation of the car before or during the assistance. Because it doesn't specifically say she couldn't move after her assistant car gave her fuel. That's why I was thinking when it says before or after moving your cars is because, it says before or after moving your cars. That's why. So you move the assistance, do your assistance action, and then now you can move your car. Yeah. Okay. I turned around, but I have no fuel, so it doesn't matter what I roll. 9 and fog. And 1. He is very slow. I need to give him some nitrous. Yeah, you're good. I can't do anything though. As I say, you're catching up now because I left myself with no fuel.
Fog.
All right, so you're in the curve, so you get +1 because of your suspension. So you get to go 2 spots for 1 fuel. Oh, make sure you keep your car facing the direction you're going.
That's how you drive.
That's how you drive, yeah. On the left side of the road or the right side of the road, depending which country you're in. Oh, hang on. You needed to just. Oh no, you have your fog lights. Never mind. You're good. You're playing right, and you don't have lights, so that 7 doesn't impact you. So I will roll again. It is rainy. Keep that turned off. Well, no, I have rain tires, so it really doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because I can't move anyways. Wink.
Necesitas gasolina.
Can only move after assistance if you have it. Yeah. So yeah, Audrey didn't move before. Audrey was stuck here from the previous turn because she was out of fuel.
Mm-hmm. I stopped there.
Yeah. So 7 doesn't impact you, and 7. So you can go 2 spots, but then you wouldn't be able to pick anything up.
So I turn here.
Yeah,
just because I have to turn.
Yeah.
Collect,
and spin your fuel.
My fuel.
Oh, that's right. You can actually get more fuel now. You don't even have to catch up.
With this one.
Yeah, but now you can fuel up your guy, though. You could fuel up your guy and then use your joker if you wanted.
Okay.
Because he's sitting there, yeah. He's sitting on the spot.
Okay. Vamos a tanquear. What
Tanquear?
do you say?
Fuel?
Fill
up. ¿Qué es en español? Tanquear. And then you could use your joker to...
And then I'm going to use my joker.
That way you don't have to do like me and wait for the guy to come visit me. And then you can do as much or as little as you want. So same thing as if you wanted to get rid of any of that, you could do that as well. Because you need to get to the finish line. Well, you need way more fuel than that to get to the finish line. Well, you actually only need 1, 2 to get here so you can fuel up yourself. So yeah, you really only need 2. I mean, you only need 2 and you need 3, it doesn't matter. That's how math works. All right, I got 10 and rainy, but I got rain tires. Who moves 1?
It's rainy and foggy. It's dangerous. What happened? Disable
You have to disable both. Well, no, because you have your rain tires and your fog lights, so you're good. Yep, you're good. So you can just move. So you have destroyed the road. I knew that was going to happen. Earthquake Audrey strikes again. ¿Cómo se dice earthquake?
Terremoto.
Terremoto?
Sí.
So it's a motorized terra? Terremoto. Yeah, and you get to, because you don't have any cards, you'll get to...
La tierra is moving, so...
You get to choose the direction you want to go.
Oh, see, I'm going to go that direction.
And then spin your fuel. Spin your fuel. Sunny, and I disable both things. So yes, I will get my guy to me. He will give me fuel. But pero I don't get any bonus movement, so come on. He already moved that turn. So he can't move again. Okay. That's all. What do you got? Oh, foggy, but you got fog light, so you're good to go.
So spend one
Spend one.
to move one.
Yep.
And
Can move
fill up.
2.
Who? Me? Because of what?
No, I don't have anything to move with. Move to. My lightweight is turned off.
What the?
And then he already moved in here. And again, it might be I have the older rule book, but in the rule book it says that my assistant can only move 1. Because technically, if he could move 2, he would move 2 every single turn, and he would have been to me a lot sooner. One tile to the direction of your choice. The red could move 2 tiles. Oh, you could move 2 tiles. Yeah, because of your power kit. Oh, is an intersection considered? Is an intersection considered a straight? No, that's an intersection. Oh, in the previous round. Oh, because you get the extra movement for going through the intersection. So yeah, you would have spent 1 more fuel, and you could have gotten your second fuel. You would have started in that square. So you would have had 1 more fuel, and you would have started here. So you would have been able to refuel. Yeah. And now you're starting your turn in a straight tile. So you'll get the extra space. You'll get 2 spaces.
What?
1, 2. And then you hit an intersection, so you get a free movement on the intersection too.
Okay, I get the movement for the intersection, but all the fill up.
Because you were at the station.
And it had already filled up, and then I moved.
So on the previous turn, you should have gotten 2 movement. You got 1 for coming in, and then you spin a fuel. And when you go through an intersection, you get another movement basically. Before it was with the cards. Now you get to choose, and you spin a fuel to do that. So then you spin a fuel now to go your straight, and she started straight. You get 2, so 1, 2. And then because you end up in an intersection, you spend another fuel to go around the intersection.
I see.
And then he kind of needs to chase you down now. That's the only problem. Now you left him in your dust. And now he has to catch up to get you your fuel.
See.
All right, so I got my stuff back. I only have 2 fuel. All right. Oh, yay, it's rainy and foggy, and I only have rain tires. 5. Oh, and I lose 1 because of this, so lose both no matter what. Yay. So I can only go 1. And he's chasing me down again.
Can we be there? Oh, because we are different directions.
Red could only move 2 now. The repair kit lets her move +1 on the straight, so she would have been here. So it would have been 1, 2. And then she hits an intersection. She doesn't get the freebie for the intersection. I guess I'm confused with the intersections. Because the intersections, it said that you continue your action through the intersection. So you go right, you go left, you go straight. Because I thought that's what we were doing over here for the 2 actions.
Yeah.
Oh, you started on a straight here. So you would have gone 1, 2. It's not the intersection. Okay, so you're here. And you get fuel back. Okay. No, only 2. Okay, so the intersection isn't a bonus. Okay, so earlier when we were going through the intersections, we were doing it as a bonus action when we played the card. Okay. Tuterno. So, yeah, well, yeah, you can move them in any order. All right, so it's Sunny.
Sunny.
Fuel. Yo. Now you're in the
So
turn.
because-
Now you're in the
okay.
turns. So with your sports suspension, you're gonna be able to get 2 spaces through the very end here. Fog and 6s. So I have to get rid of 1. I guess I'll get rid of the gear because we're not in the same space. And I think I'll go 1. There. 1. There. Okay. The intersection works as the tiles in terms of number of movements. Okay, yeah, because it wasn't in the rules. It just seemed like, okay, you play the turn, and then you take that turn. You actually take what the turn says instead of that's the direction you point your car in for the next turn. Okay, so that makes sense because
So
the direction is just which direction you're going to go on your next
I need
turn.
my assistant's car to give me más gasolina.
See. Do that first. And then rain, you have your rain tires. Yep. So now, and when you move, you get 2 because you started on a turn. So 1, 2. Yep. So there's one gas though. You get 2 movement for 1 gas. So okay. And then you get,
Unhazard.
which you had to stop on the hazard anyways.
Flat tire.
Huh.
I don't have a. Oh, this has.
Yeah, you're gonna have to have your buddy come and get you. Or you got the toolkit, right? Or no, it has to be the spare tires.
Yeah, you can move the car until changing the wheel by using the spare tire.
Yeah,
car.
so you're gonna have to have your guy catch up to you. So just leave that on your board so you know. Just so you know you have a flat tire. All right, I might be able to catch you then with your flat tire. I could have moved 2. Oh, because my lightweight. I didn't disable my lightweight. Yes, I didn't disable my lightweight. And I can turn around. All right. 4 and rainy. Oh, I have rain tires. So I'm good. So I go 1, 2. That, and then I'm with my guy. So how much fuel do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I have exactly 4. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. I'm going to get rid of my rain tires. 4. I think that's what I'm going to do.
Maybe that's not, you don't get more rain.
Well, I mean, if I get rain, I'll just get rid of the close rate. Well, actually, the close ratio would get me past you anyways. Now I think about it, I don't need the 4 fuel. Right.
Okay, but I need what?
You can't move. You got to get your guy to you first. Yeah. So it's going to take you 2 turns to get him to you. 2 turns. We already used the Joker. Wasn't the Joker a one-time use? I used my Joker earlier.
Yeah, I did too.
Oh, the Joker was one-time use. Or is the Joker just supposed to be like a player power? Assistance, hazards, option, Joker cards. Have one joker card, can be used only once. Yeah. I'd already used mine. You already used yours too, right? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we had both used ours. No, she used it earlier when she was up in this corner and she wanted fuel. So she used it to get the fuel versus bringing her assistant all the way up. Yeah. So she had already used hers too. All right. What did I roll? Did I roll? I don't remember if I rolled. All right. Fog. I don't have fog. And 7. Oh, everything. All right. So I'll just move 1, I guess. That's it. That's it. Yeah, Joker's one-time use. Yeah.
Okay, so here my amigo's gonna give me
Tires, and then you're going to use the tires.
tire.
Then you have to use it. It's a
And then-
consumable. Yep. And then you give that hazard card.
And then
Now you can move, but you're raining, but you have rain tires, so yeah, you're good. You're starting in a curve, so you get to go 2 spaces. You just won.
yeah, one, two.
Yep. And then since you're first player, I do get 1 more turn, but I can't. Yeah, as long as I roll. No, I can't win. I can't make it because I'd go 1, 2. I'd make it there, even if I don't roll. Well, no, I have to stop on the hazard no matter what. Yeah, so I can't win. 7. 7? 7. 7. I think that's a 7. Looks like a 7. Mi ojos is muy malo lately, but I think that's a 7. He said, okay, and then 7. All right. All right, you win. You made it because you get to go the double because you have your sports suspension.
Yay!
Audrey wins the medal. She has not won the extra life medal in a while. So we're going to go ahead and give our first impressions. If I can find the thingamajiggy. There we go. All right, so again, apologize, no camera, so you guys just get the moving hands for our first impressions. Of course, we do want to mention everything you see here is a prototype and subject to change, but we always like to give our opinions on the components and things that maybe could be made better before the final printing. So what did you think of the components?
I like the components. I hope these are going to be cars.
Those are gonna be cars. It is a add-on. If the game funds, they plan to have it as an add-on. They'll be about the size of micro machines, little micro machine cars. That's one thing I said too. Is like I feel like for the price of the game and the manufacturing, because it's a small print run, it is more expensive, but it doesn't feel as deluxeified as that price normally is. And that was one thing that I was like, oh, maybe it was going to be a stretch goal, but they said it's going to be an add-on. But I would like to see, the little mini cars would just make it more fun to play with. We have mini cars in a couple other games. Don't know if those would be as good. The other thing is the player aids are nice, but like we said, there was a couple little things we mentioned during the playthrough that would be nice if they were on here as well. Maybe on the back. They can make it double-sided with additional info. I know there's player setup cards, but the prototype didn't have them, so I don't know if they got lost or they just didn't get printed in time. I like the art. The art and the graphics is good.
Yes.
It is slightly language independent, but not. The only thing I didn't. It's not that it needs to be on there, but like the explanation of what these do isn't on the card. So like the features, it's on the player aid, not on these cards. So like if you wanted to not play with the player aid, it's not on here.
Yeah.
So like this would say +1 always, or this would, just those specifics would be nice, right? Same thing with fog, not impacted by rain, or on the rain tires say not impacted by fog, not impacted by rain.
Yep.
It's self-explanatory. What else are fog lights going to do? But it was one thing I noticed is it doesn't explain what these are or what they do. But again, it's a minor thing. The other thing, and I could see probably for expansions, is the game board. And this goes more towards the thematic than anything. I like that it's modular. We didn't play the modular method. We played the default setup for a beginner game. But the board game is normally modular. You can switch it around. So that's nice that they're tiles. In the Gamefound page, I didn't know they were tiles because the image that's used looks like it's a game board because it doesn't have these gaps in it. I think it's kind of more of a square. So that's kind of a little bit of in that one image that I saw, it was kind of a disservice, but being modular is really nice because that gives you your variability of different setups. And like we were talking about with not being able to take a direction, that's wasn't as likely here because there weren't any dead ends. Like at the end of this, there's no dead end, right? Because it continued through. But thematically, I don't know why it's roads. Because rally racing is normally more off-road with some roads maybe, depending if it's mixed or something. And when I think rally, that's what I was thinking. Even the graphic on the box, right, is the off-road rally with the dirt. So again, it could be a good expansion to get more tiles or maybe even an add-on or something in the future to where like you could get different tiles to mix and match that have different things that can happen. Same thing as like your hazards and all that stuff. In the future, you could have other hazards with different terrain types, like one with bumps, humps,
maybe
waters.
collecting this could be something else.
Yeah, that would be another, just a little
numbers.
upgrade. Yeah, a little upgrade. You could have like little flags, little checkpoint flags or something. Yeah, but again, that's all cosmetic, and that's more for the deluxeified at the price point. Just a little bit more deluxeification. The card stock is good. I mean, this is actually a nice stiff card stock. The player boards are nice. We're in Florida and this has been transferred around and they're not warping. So all of that's good. So I do like that. And then same thing with I don't know if you noticed on the art on these is, I think, unique for the Jokers. Yeah, so there's different art on the Jokers, which is really cool looking art. So mine's like a little mechanic's hands. And then same thing on the hazard cards. You get different art for each type. So I think that's kind of neat too. Yeah. It's nice that it's different because they didn't have to. They could have just been the same picture on every single one of them, right? Next is the mechanics. So the mechanics of this game is you roll the dice to impact your car, what's your driving conditions are like. And you get the hazards, and then you have the limited resource pool that you need to manage for getting your car around the track. So what did you think of the mechanics?
I think that it is interesting how you have your assistant card and you need to catch up to be able to receive assistance. And
of you have to make sure you don't want to make sure you don't get too far ahead with all the moving to, and then your system.
And then of course having the accessories and these features depending on that will help you or not.
Yeah, it dramatically impacts your, like you did. You just basically said, I'll just completely fill up with my accessories so that way I'll never break down again. But it meant you moved less because you could carry less fuel. Right. And then the same thing with your features. I think this is all 4 of the features, but there's multiples of these. So in a higher player count, you'll choose which features you want. So everybody's kind of asymmetric in what their abilities are. And then with the mechanic, gives you some asymmetry as well. Yes. The dice mitigation comes in the form of, well, the only dice mitigation is the weather. You can mitigate the weather. You can't mitigate a breakdown, right? So if you roll 1s, you can't mitigate that. If you roll a 7, you can't mitigate that. But that's the only time bad things happen, is a 1 or a 7. It was I kept getting where I had to disable both things. I was like, it's very rare when you have to disable both.
I got 1s, I got 7s, but because I didn't have the...
You don't have the lightweight, so you didn't have to worry about that. So you have to disable both. Yeah, I think that's neat. And it's figuring out the puzzle of where you want to go. So it's not like, other racing games play a little bit differently. We've not played any other racing games. We've got a couple. But other racing games, I think, are described more of an actual race. It's how do you play your cards in a certain manner to get yourself to go further. This one isn't as much about that movement aspect. It's more about that planning of going around. So the example is when I was going to go all the way down to the start and come back because I forgot, I can just go to the gas station and turn around.
Yeah.
right? Because I forgot about that. And I think that's nice too. That gives you, like, if you had to actually follow a path and you couldn't turn around,
You can.
that the game I
All
think
those
would run
points
way
you
too
can-
long.
Oh yeah.
Like it would, because you have to follow a path, and there's no such thing. Because yeah, I would basically, if I would have been here, I would have had to go here, here, and technically, if you couldn't turn around except for like a certain, like down there, like oh, you got to go to a dead end to turn around. Yeah, so I think that's neat. Next is the difficulty. I don't think it's a difficult game. I
don't think it's difficult. I was confused a little bit with the intersections and what happened exactly there.
Yeah, I had the same thing with the intersection. I think that's the rules. So I think one thing is a rule book, of course, is a prototype rule book as well. So and you can go out to the Gamefound page and pull it. So everything's more bullet point, and it doesn't have the examples along with where it's describing the sections. So I think I might have missed the example in the back of the book where it talked about intersections. So I was thinking the way it's written, right? And again, it could be a translation thing too, right? I was thinking it said that, okay, when you go to an intersection, right? As soon as you go to an intersection, you choose your card to choose which direction you go. And I thought this was in addition to your normal movement. When in actuality, it's like, okay, if I'm on a straightaway, I'm a light car, I have a turn left. Yes, I could go here and here because I get to go to every turn. Or you, because you have your power kit. So you started on a straight, so you could go 1 and 2. So in the beginning of the game, I was playing that every time you played this, you just played another fuel card because you were going another space, because that's kind of how I read it. It didn't read as though, okay, on your turn, then you would not do that, because it says if you don't have a card, then you have to stop in the intersection. And then the question is, what do you do on your next turn? Because again, you still don't have the card that allows you to move.
So where do you
so my assumption was this was like a bonus action. And then because you don't have a card that allows you to move on your next turn, then you choose where you'd want to go. So that, yeah, you're right. I think that might have been a little bit of the way the rules were, or just I missed an example or something. But no, I don't think it's difficult. I think once you understand, it's like, yeah, you're just moving, you're spinning your gas, you're getting more gas. I mean, we always make rules mistakes. It's the nature of a first playthrough and a first impressions.
Yeah.
But I think the mistakes we made were minor, and because we were the rules mistake we were making was impacting both of us, good or bad.
Yeah.
It didn't make the game any worse.
Unfair.
Yeah, or unfair. Yeah. Next one is fun at 2. So the only thing I could think that would be different at a higher player count, you do reduce the number of fuel cards. I'm not even sure why the number is what it is. I guess it's the number it's 28. So if I had 6, 12, 14, yeah. So it's if we both wanted to have complete fuel is the maximum number of fuel cards. 2 fog lights, you get 2 of everything. Basically, everybody has the opportunity to get everything, with the exception of the features. So the only thing that I would say that you're not seeing as much of in a 2-player game is the passing. Because I went up, you went down, so there wasn't a lot of that passing going on. But I don't think that's negative. I think that's the only benefit of a higher player count. At 2-player, yeah, you were basically just each doing our own thing, running off, trying to get our checkpoints.
Yeah, I like it at 2.
I did like it at 2. That would be 222. You did only a few minor mistakes. That's normal. Thank you. That's what he told me. It's like the mistakes we made, or the mistakes we made by me reading the rule book. Sometimes I can watch a how to play video. Sometimes I can't, depending whether or not there's one available. And if I'm making the mistakes, and somebody at home is going to make the exact same mistakes, maybe, or they may make totally different ones. So it's nice when we have somebody point out our mistakes in our videos, so that way somebody else who's coming to watch our video
they know what is wrong.
Yeah. So the next thing is the theme. It's whether or not you like the theme, and the other is whether or not you felt like you were doing the theme, and how well it was put together.
I like the theme.
You watch Rally Car on TV with your dad?
No, but I see him playing all day.
Forza.
All
She sees
day
him playing
he plays
Forza.
carros. My dad loves cars.
Forza, because it's in Italian.
Forza. I mean, I
Mm.
like the theme, and I think the game makes it interesting. I am not familiar with all of the components of a car, to be honest. I don't need to drive. That's why I have you.
Yeah. So yeah, I get the theme. I get the flat tire. You need to have the spare tire, the fog. So those tie very nice with the theme. I think, like, for me, the only non-thematic aspects really comes down to what I know from Rally, and I've never watched Rally, but what I know from Rally from playing it in the video games, which is the two things: the off-road. And this wasn't off-road. And then the second thing is, I think the main mechanic that makes Rally versus just regular racing, and that's the assistants who's making all the calls for you. So here you get the assistant in a manner because they're bringing you the things to repair your car, which is normal in like long distance rally. You have a car that comes out and brings you your new tires and fuel and stuff like that. But the part that's missing is, I think, what's supposed to be these road books. So this was the way they incorporated that. But in regular rally, it's like, oh, there's a jump ahead, there's a turn, there's a water, they're going over a bridge, sharp left, sharp right, stuff like that. I don't know how you would incorporate that to make it that theme stronger there. But that was, I think, the only thing for me that thematically didn't hit, right? Is I didn't feel that part of the rally. Again, maybe an expansion could add that kind of thing in some type of mechanism. Maybe, like I said, if you get new tiles that have like bumps and things like that, then you'll need to have another road book card that lets you go over the bumps. Or if you don't, you have to immediately stop on the bumps, right? Or there's a water hazard. So if you don't have a road book card that lets you go over a water hazard, you basically have to stop your turn there. You don't get the extra movement. So that would probably help me thematically with, again, what I think of Rally. And the only reason that's dawned on me is because I've been playing Forza 5 or Forza Horizon 5, or Forza for those of us in America, because we don't know how to speak Italian. And in that one, the expansion is the rally. So when you're in the regular part of Forza, you're just doing the off-road races and the regular races and street races. But then when you're on the rally, the only difference between that and a regular off-road race is they're making the calls of turn left, turn right, water, stuff like that. But no, I like the theme. You're right. I don't watch racing either. I just play racing games. So it's very weird. I've never gotten into watching racing on television, but I like playing racing games. So, any final thoughts?
No, I like the game.
Like the game. Well, it is our first racing game. You guys let us know what racing games we should try down below in the comments. If you want to check out this game, like I said, it is up on Gamefound for, I believe, 2 more days. I believe it's, last I looked earlier today, I think it's 50% funding. So you would need to go out there and check to see where they are. A little caveat, they did get the shipping rates reduced, but the shipping is still a little bit up there. So I'd probably say if you are looking at backing the game, you might want to go with a multiple pledge. That way you can get a couple copies with your friends, and that helps save on shipping, right? That's always the best way to save on shipping. If you want to watch more Kickstarter Gamefound, I keep saying Indiegogo, but we've never done Indiegogo, but we've done a backer kit. Backer kit does crowdfunding. Well, what do they need to do?
Subscribe. Activate
notifications. You forgot what you need to do.
Follow us on social media.
Follow us on social media. But most importantly, and the whole reason we stream anything in the first place
is para los niños.
Para los niños.
So donate.
Donate early, donate often. We will have some giveaways and game days coming up in August and November. Until next time, guys.
Adios.
Peace.